Hello, this is Mrs. Johnson, your online instructor for HIMT 1360. This is an introductory video for HIMT 1360. Summer classes are only 10 weeks, and so it's very important that you watch this video in its entirety because we will be covering important material related to assignments and homework that is important for your success in this course. The first thing I want to emphasize is the material that you'll need to participate in this class. This course requires not only an online or a hard copy of the textbook, but also an access code for MindTap. You cannot participate in this class without the MindTap access code. MindTap is needed for your coursework and other things that we'll cover in just shortly. I want to first start out with what this class is all about. This course goes in great detail about diseases, their effect on the body system, and medications taken for those diseases. It also goes into detail about pharmaceuticals, drug classifications, contraindications, adverse reactions, routes of administration, and just the overall way that drugs may affect each of the body systems. Hopefully you'll find this interesting because in your future job as a HIM professional, you'll be analyzing patient records and seeing a lot of this information. So I want to start off with showing you how to navigate in Blackboard for this class and where everything is located. So in this video, we're starting at the Start Here tab in the navigation area over in this area. The course introduction, and then down to the lockdown browser. The lockdown browser and webcam that we use is for testing purposes. This has information on downloading the browser and rules related to the lockdown browser. Just remember, when you're testing, you're not allowed any electronic devices, and this includes cell phones, tablets, or other computer-related devices, or books or notes. These exams are not open book exams. Respondus does red flag any unusual activity for instructors to review. First of all, we can see and hear everything that goes on. So just be mindful of that. Then next is your confirm course enrollment. That needs to be done within 3 days at the beginning of the term so that you don't get dropped from the course. Your staff contacts. This is the area information on contacting me, the assistant dean, the dean, and online services, which is a technical support for issues with Blackboard. All right, course communication. It's important to check your course mail frequently, preferably daily. Please use the course mail to communicate with me. It makes it easier to identify what class you're in and what material you may be referencing. If you need to speak to me in person, email or call me first before making a trip to Wiregrass, because I may not even be in my office. I might be in class or away from my office. My work schedule is Monday through Thursday, and I do check my email frequently. Friday through Sunday, if you have issues, please email immediately so that I have a record of dates and times of the issue. I may or may not address them until Monday. Our work ethics and rubrics is in this folder. The work ethics trait, give it just a minute to open. Hold on just a second. The work ethics trait document has 10 areas of traits and performance standards that Wiregrass has put together that employers look for in an employee. They are looking at attendance, productivity, teamwork, character, leadership, organization. And communication is a big one these days. You have to know how to communicate with people and not, be critical or defensive. Be able to know how to talk to folks. You want to have a respect, self-esteem, and the most important, dressed professionally with a good personal hygiene. Always is, that first impression when you go in for that interview or even when you come to work that day is always a good thing to do. So, Wiregrass has put together a work ethics grading system that somewhat mimics a performance evaluation in the workplace. So it's something to take a look at when you have a moment. And also work ethics is important, especially if your future employer wants a transcript of your college records for verification purposes. It has your work ethics grade on it as well as your letter grade. Let's take a look at our course schedule next. This is where you can locate information on what's due and when it's due. I strongly suggest that you print out your course schedule and keep up with the due dates and times for your assignments. This is crucial because we do not allow for late work. The schedule consists of 8 units with 2 chapters or modules in each unit and a final exam at the end. All your assignments are in order of the due dates. And need to be completed and submitted by the 11:59 of the date, which is to the right of the page. The unit exams will automatically open and close on the dates listed. They will not be visible in the actual units until the open date. Like for instance, your Unit 1 exam is going to open at 8 a.m. Wednesday, May the 22nd, and close at 11:59 p.m. Friday on the 24th. They will not be visible until that open date's in the module. So if you need to make up an exam, like if you miss an exam, you can make up one exam at the end of the semester at the dates and times listed. At the end of the semester, I'll send out an email with instructions for makeup test. So the assignments themselves, if you miss those, it's gonna result in a 0. We do not allow for makeup for assignments. Now, something really important I want to mention is the review assignments in each of these. They're listed on the schedule. The review assignments that are required in the in MindTap, it lists them as final exams. Ignore that part. The final exams are actually on Blackboard. They're coming from Blackboard, so they're not actually in MindTap. The exams themselves. The review assignments are in MindTap. Make sure to pay attention on how the modules or the chapters in your book are not in order. For instance, on Unit 3, instead of 5 and 6, it starts out with 5 and 9. So it's not going to be exactly in order as your textbook. In Unit 4, you go to Module 13 and 14. In Unit 5, you go to Module 11 and 12, for instance. You also want to take a look at the bolded items. Those are the items that you're going to get graded on. And we'll go over some of this other stuff, the learning tools, when we get into the actual, when we get into, when we get into the lessons tab. And the other thing is that the exams are timed, so you don't want to share any kind of information regarding testing or homework. This is to be done individually. We're going to go into the syllabus next. This is another item that you may want to print out for referencing. So we're going to highlight only some of the syllabus. Make sure to read over the entire contents at your convenience. Again, here's my contact information. And if you can't get a hold of me, you can contact Mrs. Davis, the program coordinator, or if you need to contact the dean, her information is here. The course information, again, this is an online class, and the last day to withdraw to receive a W grade is May the 15th. This is the textbook that you need, the pathopharmacotherapy. Again, in order to participate in the class, you need the access code for MindTap. which comes with the new books, which you can get in our bookstore. You will not be able to access any of the homework assignments without the access code. The course requirements gives the information regarding the supported browser, which we prefer Chrome over Internet Explorer. In this section, it has information on accessing Blackboard. And again, contact information regarding online services. If you have issues with Blackboard, you will, of course, need a webcam with a speaker and a microphone. Also, headphones are recommended. If you have any issues with Blackboard or technical issues, make sure to contact me along with online services. That is another reason you may want to print out the syllabus just for contact information, because especially if you have any kind of computer issues and you can't get to your contacts on the computer, the syllabus gives you instructions on what to do and who to contact. Course descriptions and competencies is information on the content that will be covered in this class, which we covered a little bit of it earlier. Grading and evaluation. This is a breakdown of your grades. The assignments are 25%, projects are 15%, exams are 35%, and the final exam is 25% of your grade. Missing assignments and exams can sometimes be detrimental to your grade, so it's important to stay on top of this, and you want to be mindful of this as you go through your semester. So when you submit your homework or test, sometimes Blackboard gives you a grade that may not be correct. The system marks things incorrect, such as typos or spacing errors. So I do go back and check all the questions that are marked wrong to see if I can give you credit for that answer that's provided. I do not start grading for homework or tests until after the due date has passed. I will then send out an email to let you know what the classwork has been graded, when the classwork has been graded. No late work will be accepted. You'll receive a 0 if not turned in by the due date. You will have the option of making up one chapter test at the end of the semester. Try not to miss more than one exam. Any others missed, you will not be able to make up and will result in a 0. So this area also talks about the grade appeals. If you want to appeal your grade and the course of action you need to take if you want to appeal your grade. Again, do not share information regarding testing or homework. This work is to be done individually. Any kind of academic dishonesty will result in a 0 for that assignment. The next information is over Respondus Monitor, which we talked about that a little earlier. The information in this area is how the Respondus flags certain behavior for instructors' review. There are step-by-step instructions in the Start Here menu for you over this. The next information is the grading scale. We give out a letter grade with a work ethics grade from 0 to 3. It gives information on incomplete grades that you can go over. The college attendance policy. You can view the attendance policy regarding online classes. Again, it reiterates to log into each course within 3 days of the class or you'll be dropped from the class. It also emphasizes the importance of attendance, and it does not matter if it's an online class or in the classroom. A routine should be made in place for logging into the online class for its use of study material and coursework. Course attendance and makeup policy is next. One makeup exam, again, will be allowed at the end of the semester until the exam has been made up. A 0 will be in place of the grade. If you are absent, it's your responsibility to be aware of your missed assignments. Being absent from a class is not an excuse for missed assignments or tests. So be mindful of that. The online, take note of that first sentence. For you to be successful in this course, active attendance and participation is necessary. Make sure to log into Blackboard within the first 3 days, or you could potentially be dropped as a no-show. If you have not completed the Blackboard orientation, make sure to do so. Attendance is not just logging in. It means doing the activities and homework assignments as well as completing the exams. So again, no late work is accepted. As an online student, you're required to have reliable off-campus computers and internet service. Now, we do have computers here at Wiregrass in the library area for students. The drop withdrawal policy. So if you confirm course enrollment, this means you're enrolled and you plan on taking the class. Once you confirm, I can't drop you from the class. I don't have that authority. Make sure to check your handbook or visit Wiregrass website on the withdrawal procedures. Dropping these classes, like after the withdrawal dates, or even when you just stop participating, you want to keep in mind that you keep on getting zeros in these classes, even if you don't participate and you've stopped. You say, okay, I've quit, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore. Without you going in and actually withdrawing from the class, you're going to continue to get zeros in the class, and that is going to affect your financial aid. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind. So you can drop your class within the first 3 days without it affecting your financial aid. But you have to do that. I can't do that. Not the instructor. Now I can within the first 3 days, and if you use that as a no-show, if you don't do anything in that class, in that particular class at all within 3 days, I can put you down as a no-show. Now, it's your responsibility to contact me if you're going to be out for any extended period of time. It's not my responsibility to call you and see what's going on. So you need to contact me. So we're going to go under the general section next. It covers some of the information on classroom conduct. Just because it's an online class doesn't mean that it's not a classroom area, because you use our webcams, and I can see and hear everything. So utilizing cell phones or electronic devices is prohibited during the testing, and this is considered classroom time. Your work ethics grading policy. A work ethics grade of 0 to 3 will be issued along with your letter grade at the end of the semester. The work ethics grade is placed on your permanent record. I showed you earlier where the work ethics rubric used for grading is located under the Start Here section. Academic honesty policy. This is our academic honesty policy on cheating, plagiarism, and other dishonest bad behavior. I personally would encourage you not to go down that road. You don't want to share information regarding testing or your homework. This work is to be done individually. Students with disabilities. Any classroom or online accommodations needs to go through one of these folks. Graduation warranty, you can look over, and if you need more information, contact the Academics Affairs Office. Procedure or policy changes. Any procedure or policy change, this goes for schedule changes also. You'll get a notification through your email and Blackboard, and if there's something regarding this course, I'll send you an email and post it as an announcement. Now, if the syllabus or the schedule changes, I'll send you a new syllabus or schedule. Make sure to check Blackboard and your email daily to get any notifications from me. Appeals and grievances. Any complaints about grades or grievances should first be discussed with me, your instructor. You can fill out a written appeal and send it to me within 10 business days of the grade being issued or other complaint being issued. Further information is in the section, and there's links to the actual forms that are needed for the written appeal. Student evaluation of instructors and the course. At the end of the semester, you'll receive a link where you can evaluate the course and myself. I want you to fill these out. They're important for the success of the HIMT program, and these evaluations are anonymous, and I can only see the overall statistical part of the answers. I don't see anything else. I don't see people's names or anything at all. Statement of equal opportunity. You can read over this, and if you have any issues or problems in this area, you can contact the folks listed under the heading. And of course, you can read over the syllabus in detail when you have time, and if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. All right, so we're finished with the syllabus. The next thing under the Start Here menu, the last thing is ask a question. And the only thing I want to say about that is that if you go on there, anything that you post on the board can be viewed by all students registered in this class for the semester, including myself. So keep in mind that I do not monitor this board very often. So if you need to contact me individually, make sure to go through Blackboard email. And now we're going to go to the left and go to the Lessons tab. All right, and again, before you can start your assignment, you need to set up your MindTap account, and you do that through this folder, and you'd go in and you just click on the icon, and you'll need an access code from the publisher in which from your book. If you're using a used book, you can buy the access code separately. Just contact the publishers of the textbook. You can click on the folder setting up your MindTap account and click on the icon inside and just follow the instructions. It'll give you all that information. Now this is only a one-time link that you need to go to with that access code, and everything else will go into place after that point. You won't need to go in this area at all. All right, so in this course we have 8 units and 2 chapters in each unit, except for Unit 8, which has only one module. And the modules, the units, same thing. So you want to pay attention to each, like we said earlier, because like for instance on Unit 3, it's Module 5 and 9, and not like Module 5 and 6. It's not in order. All right, so these, I want to go back just for a second and show you this, because these modules are not all open at one time. They're scheduled to open approximately about a week and a half before the unit that you're working on is due, to just give you a little head start on getting things caught up, or what you have in store ahead of you. So Unit 1 is due on May the 24th. So when you open each unit, you have an assignment sheet. You're going to have your you're going to have your assignment sheet, and you're going to have 2 module folders and 1 unit exam, except for Unit 8, like we talked about before. The assignment sheet will give you a breakdown of grading, goals, objectives, and a list of assignments and exams. And the first unit exam is scheduled to open on May the 22nd. Now, this is not going to be visible when you go in. The only thing you're going to have visible is this assignment sheet, the core concepts of disease, and the mechanism of disease until May the 22nd, and then your exam will open up for you to take. And then you have until the 24th in order to take your exam. So inside the module, it has many study tools to help with studying and learning the material. The module folders, the first one is the reading, is just like reading in your text. And the next is the PowerPoint presentation, which is an overview of the module. It has very limited information. I wouldn't use this as a study guide per se, unless you want to print it out and take notes as you review the videos and text. You review the videos and text and some of this other stuff. And maybe take notes on the presentation sheets that you print out. It's just totally up to you. It's not mandatory or anything. The flashcards are a great learning tool for terms within the modules. The knowledge checks. Now the knowledge checks are, let me open the knowledge checks real quick and show you what that's all about, because they are a practice that you can do over and over and over again until you get it right. There's no limit to how many times you practice. Like, I mean, sure, I don't know. I mean, let's just say that, right? And I'm just clicking. I really don't know. So we don't want to submit for a grade. We're going to check my work, okay? So it'll check your work and it'll tell you what you have right and wrong, okay? So you can go back and redo this until you get it right. All right, and then when you get it right, all right, and you've practiced enough that you think you know the material, then go back in. Oh, shoot. Bear with me just for a second. I clicked the wrong button. Go back into your, when you feel that you're confident that you got everything right and you know your material, go into the review assignment. And I believe there's 35 questions in there. On this particular one, and go ahead and do that assignment and submit it for a grade. It's just as easy as that. And I believe that's everything. I hope that you found this video useful. And I want to end this with the fact that, Wiregrass has a lot of resources to help you if you need assistance. Like, for instance, just simple things as, well, I'd say they're simple, but some folks may need assistance with just submitting work. We do have folks here that can help you. You can contact me and I can get you in connection with the right people. So if you have any questions or if I can do anything to assist, make sure to contact me. And thank you for watching and have a great day.